Rava. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Me saying that reminds me of the Conway Twitty song. I don't know if you even know who Conway Twitty is. I only know about Conway Twitty because of Family Guy. Let's see. Check trap. Still nothing. Back to fishing for me. Crafted spear. Large backpack. Starting to feel better. That's good to hear, man. Getting back to your regular self, you know, that's always good. I remember feeling absolutely miserable when I got COVID. Because I was one of those people I couldn't taste or smell anything. So, it definitely messed with my sense of, like, who am I, you know, like, I didn't even feel like a real person, you know, because I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, I can't taste anything, can't smell anything, this sucks, but hasn't happened since, so I guess that's the good news, but I'm doing alright. Trying out some spear fishing. It is not great, you know, but when you don't have any bait, like, I don't have any worms or maggots or anything like that, because this is just kind of like an improvised fishing trip, so I'm very hungry right now, but that'll be alright. Yeah, I'm alright. I gotta work 11... My shift starts at 11:30. So I gotta be there at 11:20, I think is the latest time I can clock in. But I got some traps in the forest, so I'm gonna check and see if there's anything in those. So. But all in all, not bad. Just another day, you know? Oh. That's lovely. Closing in from multiple sides. It's like I hear somebody. Maybe I'm just tripping. There's one. There we go. Well, I mean, there's only no bait in only one of these traps. So I think I just need to be further away. Because the minimum distance is 75 tiles for traps, and I don't think I'm anywhere near that. So if I can get further away from the traps, I think my odds of catching something are a little better than if I were too close. That's my speculation, though. Go make sure my base is still standing too, you know. Because every time I leave and come back, it seems like it's all messed up. And I probably, like, how much driving I have to do, I'd probably get there faster if I walked, but I don't want to just leave my car over there for some inexplicable reason. I can't attract any zombies because it's not like it's running, but still. Not ideal. Just forgot how to drive for a second, don't mind me. And I don't see anybody. I didn't catch any fish. Bummer. But that's okay, because I got lots of fish in the freezer, and Rava, you're going to have to forgive me. I don't know why this happens to me. Well, I know why. It's because I just drank my cup of coffee, so it's starting to hit me now, so I will be right back. But you can still enjoy the RuneScape music, so there you go. Alright. I've returned. Rava, sorry for the delay. But I'm back. It's fine. Still, I feel bad making you wait. Though I suppose if there are other people you wanted to watch, I would not blame you. I'm sure there's other more entertaining people than I, but that's not the point. Self-deprecation. Deprivation is not the point. Oh, here's the latest addition to the base, Rava. An antique stove. You might be wondering, where did I get this antique stove? Well, that's an excellent question. Here, in the great city of West Point, there is a guaranteed antique stove in this house right here. It's just in a shed. Well, it's not in the house, it's in the shed. But that's why I got this little flame symbol here. So, I don't know if it's going to heat my whole house or not. Or just the one room that it's in. But this is the one room that it's in, which is kind of like almost the entire house, you know? So I don't know. I've had it in my base before. Not this base, but on another character I've had it before. God, look at my hunger. That's insane. Very hungry. Like, look at that. Boom. I could eat. Even this bowl of rice, it's got 40 hunger. It ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, it did something. I'm not hungry. But where does the smoke go? I think it's like... See this thing right here? How it's like piped into the wall? I think that means that the smoke is just gonna like kind of not exist. I know it seems a little weird, but I've never had a problem with smoke. But I will, I'll use some rip sheets and some matches just to kind of like experiment. So as you can see, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit in my house right now. If I were to walk upstairs, it drops to 63.4. So it looks like it's only in this room. See, I walk away from the heater and now it's back to 65 again. So it's only really in like the close proximity. And even then it's a max of 80 degrees. See, I walk in this room, instant temperature drop. Which the people on YouTube can't see this if I'm referencing my watch here, but I can also go to my temperature right here. See, everything's good, core temperature, la-di-da-di-da. Body response, insulation. So, but this is just telling me about what the outside temperature is on my digital watch. But I'll go ahead and put out that fire because, you know, it's only 63 degrees. I don't think that really merits using the stove. Not in my opinion, you know, my humble opinion. And we gotta eat something, Rava. I'm gonna go with some fish because, yeah, you know what? No, we're not gonna do fish. We're gonna do everything in the freezer. For you, Rava, because I said I was gonna do this, we're doing salmon. We're gonna do some salmon. We're gonna grab a tomato. I'm gonna grab the peas, the corn. Yeah, interesting. So you can have the generator inside. Well, let's not go there, Rava. You know. I think we can all put our heads together and realize, you know, that that's not going to be a good idea. One of the first things they tell you about, you know, don't put your generator inside because it'll suffocate you to death. But that is interesting about the smoke and the antique stove. I never really thought of that. So smoke exists for the generator, but not the stove. Yeah, it's one of those tin can things, Rava. You know, it's like you'd think there should be smoke for this thing. Like you should at least put it by a window or something. But I don't know, because when you have a stove like this, when you go to those like industrial places, like those kitchens, like cafeterias of this type, they have oven hoods. You know, so that is an explanation for like in-game smoke. Barbecues too. Okay, so there was an interesting video I saw the other day, Rava, and I want to tell you about it. Somebody commented on Project Zomboid being the loneliest game in existence. Lonelier than Subnautica, lonelier than, God, what was another lonely game they referenced? Minecraft? Minecraft can be a little lonely, but at least they have, like, villagers, like NPCs, that type of thing. And I know the game is working on NPCs. There's even some mods in Zomboid where there are NPCs, right? The bandit mod, that type of thing. But his point was, in this game, he doesn't even play the game with music to kind of really get the stillness, the loneliness, you know, like no accompaniment. I guess he also is like not a huge fan of the music, but that's neither here nor there. But would you agree with that sentiment, Rava? Do you think that this is a lonely game, or do you think it's what you do with it? Because there's also multiplayer, you know. But his sentiment was that more people play this game solo, which is the case for me. I do play this game alone. And I left a comment saying, like, well, if you stream this game, you're not as alone. Like you're the reason I'm not alone right now. That's crazy. And I didn't think it would give me that much, but it does, you know. Makes sense as you're the only one alive. Yeah, right, you know. And even the meta stuff, like the helicopter, it doesn't make you feel any type of companionship or anything. He even got to the point in the video where he was like, you know, you start to seek out companionship in the zombies. Like, they're the only thing there, and all they want to do is kill you, you know? But the author of this video, the writer, you know, I assume that he's the writer, author, all those things. He was sort of saying, like, you know, there's a simplicity in them just trying to kill you. You don't have to ask any questions. you understand them, and you're just trying to deal with them. But definitely an interesting video. Anyway, I gotta make another fishing trap. Yup. Make fishing net. Because you need 5 units of wire, and I didn't have enough in that bundle. Well, I mean, I'm not going up there anytime soon, so I'll just put it up here. I should take the fishing tackle with me, because I have it. There's no point in just letting it sit here. Empty bowl. I'm gonna go in here. Battery, you can go in the backpack. Thread, you can go in the backpack. I'm gonna fill both of these containers of water. And then put that one in the backpack. I only got 5 cereal left, so I'm just gonna eat it. Even though that could be used for a trap, because you need 5 bait for a trap. And then I think I'm far enough away, but God only knows. Let's see. I'm just waiting for it to thaw. But in the meantime, like, I don't even know why I'm bothering going and checking the traps, because it's like, I don't really even need the food that badly. Because I got a whole freezer full of fish. And other food. The pike still needs to be sliced, which it actually should be thawed first. I don't know why I didn't just slice it and then put it in there. Fun fact for you, Rava, you can't slice a fish that's frozen solid. How's that for one of your logic moments? You know, like, oh, there you go. I can't slice this fillet, but if it was completely thawed, I could slice it. So, you know, that makes sense, right? There's something for you. I might as well just start thawing it out in the oven, because we have the technology. I could even use the new antique oven. That actually makes sense, unless you have a table saw. I have not heard of a table saw. Not in this game, anyway. Obviously, I've heard of a table saw, but, you know, not in this context. And I didn't have enough water in here. Fill cooking pot with water. I think I'm accidentally filling from it instead of the sink. So, salmon. And then we're gonna add some tomato and peas and corn. Well, corn and then peas. And we still got 16 hunger on that salmon, so I'm just gonna throw it in there. There we go. And I don't think I can add anything. Well, I can add one more thing to it. I'm going to add some dried lentils. Yeah, probably not in the game. Well, there's probably a mod out there. I would be shocked if there wasn't. Like the people who just like, you know, come to think of it, I may have seen a video out there somewhere where he was using a table saw to cut logs into planks. Seems like a decent soup, I'd say. You know, it's got the salmon, tomato, peas, either mixed vegetables or corn. No, it was corn, and then the salmon, and then the dried lentils. So 72 is not bad. I've definitely had better, and I think when it has more meat, it has more hunger. But while that's cooking, oh, I also, another addition to the base. I added a back gate here because I was reading on Reddit and someone was like, you know, I don't want to leave my base door open and then come back to a bunch of zombies. And one person said that you want an airlock. Like, you want, like, 2 doors so that they don't have a way to kind of path all the way into your base. They can only path to, like, where I'm standing. Like, if I shut all these doors, this is kind of like an enclosed area, you know? And I put it, because I put a door right here, too. So then, it's like I took this, it's like I separated the yard into 2 different spots. I might even take some doors and put them over here, just so I can sort of split it into, like, a backyard area, the front yard area, and then this makeshift garage type thing, you know? So, no, yeah, it's coming together, you know? But I told myself that because I was like, I'm never gonna, like, look at that type of information and, like, think it's wrong. Like, I'm skeptical. See, that went from 72 hunger to 93 hunger, and I'm just gonna make 2 bowls of soup. I've been making 4, but that's 46 hunger per bowl, which is pretty decent. So I'm just gonna eat half of that, which should be like 22, 23, which should put me right out of hunger. There we go. And my calories are at 322, so I'm not gaining any weight, but I'm not losing any weight. Because I don't know when the calorie threshold, what it has to pass to be to the point where you start gaining weight, but I know you'll start losing it once it starts going into the negative. So I'm just trying to keep it above 75 but below 85. So I could stand to eat a little bit more in terms of caloric intake, but I ain't starving, so I'm not that worried about it. And then fill, empty cooking pot, even though I could literally just take this cooking pot and set it outside, but that's what rain catchers are for. And then I'm going to place that item right there. I could even make better rain catchers because I'm level 7 carpentry. Do I have enough garbage? I got 5 garbage bags, that's enough. I don't have enough planks, I only got 2 of those things. So the current mission is go get some wood for my new garbage, for my new rain collectors. Gotta grab my axe and some sheet ropes out of here. I'll just grab 4 sheet ropes. And then the axe, I put it away with the other tools. I didn't think I took it with my, I didn't think I took it up there. There it is. Even though I have 4 axes in this base, I don't need all of them. I think I could just take one up there to my fishing spot and leave it up there. But, yep, gotta go get some wood. I will say, though, I've only had that double airlock thing for a day. Like, I think I did it yesterday when I wasn't streaming. I just hopped on, played for like an hour or 2. But I played at night. I don't know why I get so, like, anxious about streaming. Like, sometimes I just feel like, I just want to play the game, by myself. Kind of a chill, type of vibe. Do you play with music on, Rava, or do you play without music? I'm curious. Because I always usually play with it. The only reason I'm playing without it is because I'm playing another type of music. I don't want it to interfere, But no, that's something that guy talked about. Is it kind of like gives a more lonely vibe to the game, But if that's the vibe you're going for, I have in-game music on always, yeah. Same. I would say same here, but that's not true because I'm playing other types of music. I have noticed that sometimes though, where like I almost like can't hear the zombies banging on whatever if my music is too loud. But so I try to keep it a little quieter than I normally would, but And we're just gonna drop these logs. And then unstack them all. Alright, and then saw one of them. And then I'm gonna put those 3 planks in my backpack, grab these 2 planks back in yaw. I just don't think I should do this when it's raining. Because then they're going to start, like, filling themselves. I also can't remove them when they're full of water. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out, too. Might just have to, like, throw them up there. Without building the rain collector. Because right now, they're full. Like, they're all full. So the only thing I could really do is... I could pick up this chair and move it, but, eh. I think I just would rather wait until it's not raining. Or another thing I could do is build another rain collector over here just for the crops. But I haven't really had to water them because the rain's doing it, you know? I'm gonna go check for diseases, though. Doot, 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 doot. Good. I'm gonna walk over here, and I'm gonna do all 4 from this one spot. 1, 2, well, this spot here. 3, 4. I'm agitated. And then these 4 here. 1. Oh, we got some disease on that plant. 3, 4. What is the problem? Pest flies. Not an issue when you got insecticide spray up here already. Oh no. Not a problem at all, Rava. Just treat problem. Go to 5. And then info again. So it still has it. We're going to treat problem with another 5. And then it's still there. Still there. Oh my. Interesting. But that's alright. Because it's just cigarettes to make more. You need insecticide spray. I know, right? Usually I just do it in increments of 5. But it is not working. Fly cure. And then we will go treat problem. We'll go 10. There it is. No more disease. Huzzah. And it'll take like 50, you know? And I'll just drop it right here. And hop on through. Oh, I'm gonna drop that stuff outside. I don't know, Rava. I also deleted my floor right here so that I can just sheet rope my way up and down for my garage area. Because as it stands right now, there's no way for me to get... There was no way for me to get up there. But now there is. It's just like a little elevator. So I'll just, you know, whoop. And then I put some fences so I can't accidentally fall into the hole. You know, all I gotta do is just hold E or just right click and then click climb over. And then I can be up here. And then if I want to get in the backyard, same thing, I just climb over that rope. So. But for right now, carpentry, furniture, rain collector barrel. This will hold 400 units of water, which is the equivalent of 2 of those water catchers. So I don't know if I should try to just like stick it out here somewhere. Or against the wall or something like that, you know. I don't know. What do you think, Rava? Just wait until it stops raining? Because I don't need more water for my plants necessarily. I just want to put the new rain catcher right here and get rid of the old one because it'll hold more water. Not that it's been an issue until this moment, but I don't know. There we go. And then if I wanted to do it, how many? It would be 4 nails and 4 garbage bags. It always is. I don't know why I'm thinking it's not. And there we go. And then we'll just whoop. Because I won't even plant new plants until it starts raining. Because then I'll know, oh, okay, then, you know, they'll already be watered. I don't have to go around and water every single plant. And then fill empty bottle. Put the nails away, put the garbage bag away, but I'm going to put my plank right here. Oh boy. Alright, I got like 50 minutes more playtime here. So what am I going to do with it? Smoke a cigarette, that's the first thing I'm going to do. What do I need? I already upgraded the fishing post. I need yeast. I need to get to the school, even though I technically already got to the school, and I did get first aid level 2. So that's not an issue. Get tailoring 6, since I already read the book. Get first aid 2? Wait, did I stand on any glass? No, I didn't. I haven't even read the book yet. Get first aid 4. Read first aid 2. I also need a watering can, but again, I don't really need the watering can. Because A, I have a bucket, and B, the rain's already taken care of it. So, I only really need yeast for the bread. I really just want different types of seeds, because right now it's just tomatoes and strawberries. It's only red. I just want, like cabbage, potato, I just want to diversify, you know? And I don't want to go all the way out to a farm. But I know going from garage to the garage is going to be kind of a pain too. So in all the places I can go to here, what's the best place? What's the move? I thought it would be fun, Rava. I grab a shotgun. Hear me out. Hear me out. I grab a shotgun. Are there shops that sell seeds? I went to the hardware store, which is right here, and I don't remember if I got them from there or not. But I already looted there, and if there were any seeds, I would have grabbed them from there. So I know that I actually have the Project Zomboid wiki and the Project Zomboid map as bookmarks for my Google Chrome browser. But right here, well, actually, I'm going to get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. There we go. So you can see a little bit better. Looking around here, we got a motel, we got Genesis, we got a police station, the bank, Enigma Books and Mendy's Eatery, a dentist, the Pie Place, or no, sorry, not the Pie Place. Nope, the Pie Place. I thought it was Pie Palace for a minute. There's an auto shop. They might have like the magazines. Pharma Hug, probably not. Laundromat, probably not. Spiffos, Gigamart might be my best bet because in these back rooms here, they probably have food and they may have seeds. May. What else? There's also over here. There's some storage lots and a large warehouse. So of all the places, which would be these black things right here, and I think the Gigamart would be this green thing right here. So I'm just gonna put an apple here, and then I know what those are. Obviously, those are probably the best places I could go. The only issue is, it's dangerous, but that's the goal. That is the goal because, of course, it's safer to sit in my base, and I might die if I go out there. But what am I doing right now? I'm just trying to figure out what to do. And I know what to do if I go over there is to look for some seeds, give myself some purpose, Question is, do I take any guns with me? Or do I try to keep it kind of low key, Just take enough food with me where it's not going to be an issue. But that's the dilemma. Of course, it's safer in here, but it also makes for a pretty boring stream, doesn't it? Playing it safe, It's how much tragedy are we trying to endure on a Sunday morning? When has anything gone badly with a shotgun? No, seriously, it's not like every character up until now hasn't died from that exact reason, They haven't been shotgun-related deaths at all, I have been able to fire off my M39 or whatever, Man, I think I just dropped that somewhere, and I have no idea where it is. I have an idea. No, I don't think it's over here. Because I think I did something with it. There's the leather gloves. There's my trunk. It's not like I don't have more. You have the wrong window capture again. Oh my god, thank you. There we go. It's like, watch me do that, and then I die. Wouldn't that be funny? The second I exit out. But thanks for reminding me. See, I try to do these things for you, Rava, you know? So that you can be a part of it with me. But thank God you're here, you know? You could be a moderator at this point. Well, as the only person in chat, you're like the honorary moderator, you know? By being like, hey, I can't hear you, or hey, I can't see anything. Somebody's beating on something. But where? I think it's in the back. Oh, there he is. Excuse me. Can you not? And you have nothing of worth. Nothing of worth to me. Perimeter secure. And then we're gonna go down this one. All right. Yeah, I don't know where I would have put it. Because it's not like I had any bullets for it. You know, all of the cases over here. I might just take an M9 out because I have all these magazines that are all loaded. And the distance that it attracts zombies is only slightly bigger than what I was using. But I don't know. And then I have this bowl of soup that's got 46 hunger, so, you know, I gotta get out of here, Rava. You know, I'm getting cabin fever. Staying in my house, you know. But I don't know how much I can accomplish in 40 minutes. That might be a bit smarter than the shotgun. No guns is probably the smartest thing to do, you know. Fire would be like my last resort. Like if I'm trying to clear out zombies and I didn't have any guns, I might use some fire, but because I do have guns, I don't know. All this for some seeds, you know. That is the philosophical question I have to ask myself. What is the point of playing this game? To enjoy it. It's the point of any video game, is to enjoy it. Why play the game if it's going to make you worry? So yes, there is some concern in my decision to do something, but also, what's the point of just sitting here in my base the whole time? With no risk, there is no reward. That is the painful truth. See, listen to that quiet, you know? It's eerie. Eerily quiet. It's because here's, okay, that's plan number one, is we try to clear our way, like, so we can break this into 3 plans. Plan number one is we try to clear our way over there, slowly, methodically, one zombie at a time. Option number 2 is we try to just speed over there, avoid any zombies, and then stop and then start trying to kill all the zombies that are over there. But I can't just get out of my car and start blasting because the car ride is going to attract some zombies down there. But once I'm down there, once I start shooting, it's going to pull all the zombies from this local area. Which makes me think that another thing I can do is just try to drive through the woods and then go up here. Because then I'm probably less likely to encounter some zombies. And it would be also easier to clear out zombies along the way. The only problem is when I get here, there's probably going to be some zombies. So I think I'll drive up to here, start killing as much as I can. Then once that's disposed of, I'll then continue slowly down the road until I get here. And then the question becomes, what do I do? Do I use weapons, melee weapons, or do I use guns? Because the second I fire off a gun, it's going to start pulling them all over. And this is also West Point, so like Louisville's right here, you know, like Louisville's not that far away. Of course, a gun's not going to attract zombies from all the way over there, but when I get there, there's going to be zombies I have to contend with. Seems like the easier route. Yeah, because there's the guns blazing route where we just charge straight in and start shooting. Because there's also the distraction route, okay? The distraction route is I would drive my vehicle all the way over to here, shoot the shotgun one time, and then try to drive away. And that would hopefully like it would take some of the zombies and get them away from where I'm trying to go, which is down here. So it's like a misdirection type of thing. They'll start moving their way up here, and when I drive over, I'll just go all the way around. So then hopefully all those zombies will be up here instead of down here. I don't know if that's the best idea in the world, kind of the misdirection approach, but those are my options. Or I just push my way very slowly through the neighborhood and backtrack back to the base as often as I need to. How big is the radius of the noisemaker? I think that's a question for Google. PZ noisemaker radius, because I think there's like improved a noisemaker is an effective tool at luring zombies to a location. It functions similar to an alarm clock. It generates noise for 30 minutes, 17 tiles, which isn't great, but there's upgrades you can make to where like the remote control, the first version's 7 tiles away, then it's 11 tiles and 15 tiles. Well, a shotgun would be a lot better, because I'm pretty sure we found out that the house alarm was like twice as bad as a shotgun. I mean, it would be good if it was like, you know, a short-term thing. So like maybe it would be good over here. We'll test it out, you know? It's 3 in the morning, we still got a lot of time, so I might just try to like work on tailoring or something like that. But we could at least try with the Pizza World thing. Because on the drive down to here, it's not going to be that bad. When I get there, I have no idea what it's going to be like. So once I'm there, I can kind of, you know, do some experimentation with the noisemaker. Because 17 tiles isn't that bad. And if it'll clump them all together, that might make my life a little easier. May. But I think I have one back here. There it is, sitting on the ground. I'm also know I'm gonna get hit with exercise fatigue at like noon-ish. So excuse me. Because I was using an M39, I thought it had, or an M36, M625. No, I was using this because it had 38 specials in it. And then I dropped it somewhere, I think, and I just can't remember where I put it, because I didn't think I dropped it, but I can't find it. So, and then I don't think I have that many 38 special rounds. I think I only have 35. It's not too bad, actually. 45, 9mm. I do have a lot of 9mm rounds. Okay. And then a bowl of soup. And that's all I need. I'm gonna eat a bag of chips. Boom. Alright. I did say I was going to do something else, didn't I, Rava? So I was going to, like, work on tailoring. Which... There's... I think I might have to switch over to denim. And then... Where is my super suit? Where is my super suit? Overalls. That'll do. I think I was using something else, though. Inspect. And then we're going to add padding using denim strips. And we're going to remove all patches. And then we're just going to repeat over and over. It's a good way to use time. It's just a quote from The Incredibles. I was looking for a piece of clothing that I need so that I can spam this over and over again. The more slots you have, the better. It's less work. As long as you have enough thread and patches, you just do it over and over again. And it's 7 o'clock now, so now that it's bright outside, I don't have to keep doing this. I'm a masochist. And I'm starting to get bored, so, you know, the writing's on the wall. To just stab. And then the needle is going to go in the backpack, and then I'm going to put the denim strips in here, the thread in here. But I am going to grab one of the pieces of thread, and I'm going to grab like 5 leather strips, just in case a zombie scratches me and I need to fix my clothing on the fly. So I got thread, strips, and needle, just in case. But we got our 9mm. We got our M9. We got the ammunition. I might just take an M36 just cause. And then I'll grab the 38 specials and the 38 special boxes. And then I'll eat another bag of chips. Just because I'm trying to stack calories, because, you know, I'm starting to get into the negative. So I need to start eating some things that are actually going to be filling my belly. And then I don't think there's anything, like, attachment-wise that I can really put on this weapon. Laser, iron sight. Yeah, no. Just a vanilla weapon. Holster left. Might as well just put it in my holster to begin with. Holster right. Right there. Okay. 2 guns. All the ammo. And a bowl of soup. Hopefully that'll be enough. Alright. And you know what? We're ditching the riding helmet. Put it back in this box because we're getting the riot helmet, baby. We're getting serious up in here. The only reason I was wearing the riding helmet is because it didn't have as much insulation. So, like, I wouldn't be getting so hot when I was fighting stuff. Yeah. I almost wanted to grab a better gun, because my M9 is kind of crappy. Not the best quality. Durability. But that's why I got another gun. And then I might just smoke before I get down there. Because when I start getting agitated, it's going to negatively affect my combat. I'll put this noisemaker in my main inventory. We got 2 zombies right here. A couple more right there. But let's not get distracted. Because that is not why we're here. I just cleared out these zombies when I was getting the antique stove from that house. So, like, I can be fast enough to drive past them. Ooh, police station. Okay. Kind of more than I expected. Oh, it's because I'm not going the right way. Just be careful you don't run into too many zombies. It will mess up your car. All this because I wasn't going the right way, Rava. And then... that's the noisemaker. I just threw it down there to see what it would do. Nice. As long as I can find an area where there's not that many. Just so I can kind of get my bearings. Then they can come over to me. But next time I'll put some, like, arrows on my map so I don't end up going... That could have been really bad. If I couldn't have turned around there in that cul-de-sac. Would have been really bad. But yeah, see, they're making their way over. Even that guy. I hit him with a car, and he's still making his way to me. Hey, look, a shotgun. It must be a sign that I'm supposed to use a shotgun. Even though I have way more bullets at home than he possibly could. Unless he was literally all kitted out like Rambo. You know, yeah, there's only so many shells in here. Put that on the ground. Grab this digital watch. Alright. Holster. Cigarettes. And that. And this. And this. I should know if these cars don't have any gas. I doubt it. Because I think I was already here. Yeah. If the trunk is empty, odds are I've probably been here already. Yep. Yep, nothing. So yeah, I don't know, I should probably just go to the grocery store. Because I tried. Like, what did I just do? Oh yeah, I went down this way. What I need to do is go this way. So, that's actually not too far away. What I'm going to do is remove these markings here. I'm going to put this one right here. Just like this, so that when I get to this intersection, I'll know go this way, and then I'll use this arrow to indicate go this way, remove marking, that one. Bro, I did it again. But I could lie and be like, oh, I meant to do that. I just don't want too many zombies following me, that's all, you know? So when someone starts following me, I'll just be like, oh, okay, I'll just take you guys aside and kill you. And black digital watch. Yeah, you just decided to warm up on this parking lot. Yeah, man, I gotta get into it, you know? You know how long it's been since I fought some zombies? It's been too long. At least a big horde, you know? I don't want to get panicked, you know? And look, the exercise fatigue's starting earlier than I thought it would, you know? And here it is, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock and it's already or 11 o'clock and it's already starting, you know? So, just being extra careful, that's all. It's too risky. Duct tape. And then a regular tire type standard. That's actually not bad. Here's all those zombies. They didn't come over here because the tree line is kind of blocking it. Oh, multi-hit. I like when I hit an individual zombie, it's not great. I mean, that one was pretty good, 131. But yeah. Multi-hit. I'm telling you, dude, it changed the game for me. Because this game is hard, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, I thought that multi-hit kind of cheapened it. That it was kind of like, it made it too easy. But I just see it as leveling the odds, you know? This game is hard enough. Make it as hard as you want to make it. You know, it doesn't have to be impossibly difficult for you to enjoy it. That's what I tell myself. Shrek 2, Shrek 2. Make a bunch of people think I wrote Shrek 2. If I went back in time, I'd kill baby Hitler, and then I make people think I wrote Shrek 2. Tom Cardy on YouTube, look him up. Absolute criminally underrated musician. Well, he was. Now he has 1 million subscribers, and I'm happy for him, you know? Because he only had like 100,000, and I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you people? He's got this song called Have You Checked Your Butthole? It's just when somebody's all stressed out, they're trying to look for something and they can't find it. You're just like, hey, have you checked your butthole? And it gets like increasingly more like serious, like they're at a wedding and then he asks that same question. They're at a wedding and they can't find the ring, and that's what he's like asks the vicar. He's like, have you checked your butthole? That sounds amazing. It is a really good song. He's got so many good ones. I don't know, like, copyright, if it's going to be an issue or not, if I play any of it on stream. But I think the thing is, like, I can't monetize anything if it's got copyright claim. Because I tried, like, I was just, like, screwing around with, like, YouTube advertising to see, like, what it was like if you spent this much money, how much it would affect your viewership. That's an actual thing. Because I was looking at it, and that's what it was saying. It's like, if you spend this much money, you'll get this... You may or may not get this many viewers. You know, I guess they'll just, like, put it somewhere on your channel. But for one of my YouTube streams, I wanted to do that, and I couldn't because I listened to some music on some dude's YouTube channel for, like, 10 seconds. But I think it's only an issue if you want to monetize it. But he's got another one called Level Clear. It's like Mario and all the different, like, lives he goes through. Because it starts off with it, like... It starts off with Toad kind of thanking him, being like, oh, thanks for saving our princess. And he's like, yeah, no problem, I'm just trying to help out. And then he's like, so what's next? And Toad's like, no, you misunderstand, that was it. Like, we got nothing else for you, you know? And he starts going into, like, a crisis, because he's like, oh god, what am I going to do now, you know? Like, this is what he had known for so long. I started thinking it was, like, a lot more hopeless. Like, it was a hopeless kind of tone. But the more I listened to it, the more I realized it's actually kind of, like, it can kind of have, like, a hopeful tone. Pile them up. And check their corpses for electronics. Ooh, matches. Yeah, but he's got YouTube shorts, and then he's got his, like, videos that are, like, longer versions. Because some stuff he'll put out, like, just like a short song, and then people... Yeah, right? And then people, What, do you think I was gonna make it there for a second? I have my doubts, you know? You just gotta stay cool, Rava. Gotta be cool, baby. Like, I'm trying not to think about it too much, you know? Eventually, you just get into, like, that flow state that we talked about on the last time I streamed, and you watched me. Just kind of flowing. Going with it. Going with the groove. Alright. And then this way. Not that way. Not that way. Even though I gladly would. But that's not... It's not the main objective. And then we got some zombies right there. Just doing this is so much quieter. You know? It's like so much more stealthy. Okay, we got a handful. I don't know how many are in the woods or not, but... We got 15 more minutes, Rava. Boom. 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 Just waiting for that double outline to show up. And there. There I go, not pausing the game. Breaking the rules of Project Zomboid. There, make myself feel better. Metallic dress style watch. And my hunger's at 25 at least, so I'll eat half a bowl of soup. Drink half a bowl of soup. And while I'm drinking my soup, I'm going to try to lure some of these zombies with my body. I thought me making the slurping sounds would do something, and it's not working as well as I thought it would. Like, why? What's not attractive about going up to somebody and going... You telling me nobody be into that? I guess it depends in what context you're trying to do it, you know? I can't just walk up to a stranger and do it. But if somebody's like, I'll date you if you give me your best imitation of someone eating spaghetti, I'm all over it, you know? Yeah, it's the most attractive thing you can do. There they go, I'm slurping them up to suck them over, you know? Come on. I also could just start yelling. Start screaming. Help! Help! You know? Alright, more ciggies going in the back fanny pack. Ooh, more 9mm rounds. He didn't even have a gun in his holster. But he had 5 9mm bullets. And then we got one more that I can see. And it's like, do I poke my head around the corner? Just to see what I'm dealing with? Because I was going to go back to my car. Yelling works better than slurping? What a world. I know. You know what it's time for, Rava? It's time to go guns fucking blazing, mate. Why not? After all, why shouldn't I? The only issue is you have to stay still when you're shooting. You can't move and shoot at the same time. So you gotta focus. Boom, 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 boom. And that was 5. So I can reload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get an approximate distance away. Turn around. Stand still. Start blasting. Boom, boom, boom. Very cathartic. Gonna look around, make sure there's nobody following me. Boom. And I'm out of ammo. But that's when we... Switching to your backup is always faster than reloading. I don't know why I'm switching guns here when I have more right in front of me. Oh, it's because I got the wrong gun in my hand. Oh no, it jammed. Unjam. Of course, now I'm out of ammo. There we go. I got 200 bullets, man. I ain't worried. I don't want to get too far away, though, because the whole point is to attract the zombies that are here. You know? I just gotta be careful, because I see one right there, they're gonna make their way over. But that gunfire attracted anybody that was over here. So there's some there now. And 4, I'll switch over to the 38. Because I gotta reload. And I'm not out of bullets for my M9 yet. And I don't want to just eject the magazine if I don't have to. Kerchow. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll switch over to the M9 though. See, he just stopped. Like, I was shooting and then he just stopped cold. What you got? What you got, baby? 1 shot, 1 kill. Nope. 2 shots, 1 kill. Oh, what's up? I got 5 bullets. No. It's not enough. Man, I'm not grabbing any of the magazines I need to grab. Bit worried from the way you missed, but it's starting to look good now, right? You just gotta stay still. Yeah, just step on them. You just gotta keep looking in circles. That's also another important part. Come on. Come on. But it makes you feel very powerful. Almost dangerously so. What's that? Can't hear you. Step into the microphone that is my foot. See, hubris, you know? Like, I start feeling cocky. Overly confident in my ability to slay these zombies. But as you can see, I am alive. For now. As long as I don't get carried away. Good job. Thank you, buddy. I do my best, you know. And that worked out pretty well. As well as I wanted it to. Because I could literally just stop the game right here in this parking lot. You know, like I could literally just quit from this spot. I like to go home and do it, though, just so I can wake up and not be totally, like, confused by what's happening, but I don't think overconfidence has ever killed anyone. Not for me. It has for me, because it's insidious. Because it's you don't expect it, you know? You're just kind of like, oh yeah, you know, not a big deal. But because overconfidence it can take many forms. Like, oh, I don't need to go home right now. I'll be fine, you know? You just got to know your limitations. Ooh, there's a key in this ignition. We got a duct tape, battery, cologne, matches. And there's not... I don't think there's any gas in the tank. But the trunk is unlocked. So I'll go down here. We've only got a lug wrench and some twine, but I'll take the twine. And that car was locked. And I don't want to start smashing yet. I think overconfidence hasn't killed you yet because you're still like careful. Like you're not trying to get in any situations that are going to cause you because you're just being cautious. Like I wasn't overconfident going into this. I was like, yeah, I might die, but you know, to the risk you got to take. I do it for you, Rava. I'll do it for myself. You were trying to make a joke? There you go. It's hard to pick up on the sarcasm when it's text, you know? But I hear you. I mean, if I had that tarp in that back of that car, I also wanted to shoot off the guns because I wanted to lure the zombies that might have been in here outside. Ooh. Okay. Free stuff. I like free stuff. More free stuff. A lot of food. Oh, this is really good for putting on weight. Or if you're unhappy. Which I might start doing my smoker playthrough stream. Maybe. Where my character has the smoker trait, but he can't smoke. So I'm constantly having to deal with unhappiness. I think that would be an interesting mechanic that I think I could, like, deal with right now. Look at this, Rava. Look what we found. We got some hotties, baby. Paper bag, plastic bag. Sponge. That. 80 cigarettes. 100 cigarettes. If you ever don't know where to find cigarettes, this is where it is. Convenience stores. Got a back room. More cigarettes. That's nice. We got some chips. Yeah, 180 smokes. And a bunch of lighters. Granola bar, chocolate, chips. Beef jerky, more cigarettes, lighters. I'll eat these tortilla chips. Because I'm pretty sure tortilla chips just go bad anyway. And it's good calories. For me right now. More matches, chips, candy package. Inside this candy package is what? A bunch of candy. Mints, lollipops, bowls of soup and such. I forgot I even had this half a bowl of soup. More cigarettes. Quagga cakes, jujubes. Sunflower seeds. Decent. More cigarettes, beef jerky, chips. Chocolate, granola bar. More cigarettes. For the love of God, I'm finding a lot of cigarettes. I'm not complaining, though. And peanuts. Peanuts are actually good for trying to catch squirrels. Either peanut butter or peanuts. It's like the best bait you can use to try to catch them. All you get out of it is rodent meat, but you'll also get rodent meat from like mice and rats and stuff. But these squirrels are a lot bigger. And then what's bigger than those are rabbits. Rabbits got the best stuff you can catch. And like, see, dead rat. Disgusting. Ooh, and a cockroach. Cockroaches are either good for stick bait, or for stick traps, or for fishing bait. And I'm going to use it for the ladder for fishing bait. Oh, Christ. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're getting the fuck out of here. I don't care. I don't care that there's another building to loot. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Classic. Classic Project Zomboid right there. Yeah, if they don't all come to me, you know. Because that's an insane distance that they're getting pulled from. I have to just go back to base and hunker down, I think. Because if they find me, I'm cooked. But right here... No, it's the next intersection. No, it was literally this one. Don't hit the tree, don't hit the tree! See, my only concern is zombies from the river trying to make their way south. They might be trying to beat on my walls. My back wall. Stop it! More vitamins. Cool. Alright. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some attacking my base, though. Because they're just making their way south to where that alarm was going off. And if they bump into my base on the way, you know, clean up on aisle everywhere. Yeah, but I'm going to have to do that probably next stream. Clean up the thing. Didn't think of your base. Right, because they're just doing their pathfinding, you know? They're just trying to get from point A to point B, and if my base is in the way of that point, they're going to attack it. Like, I can hear more banging going on. But, like, from this direction... Okay, so she's not moving south. That's, like, a good sign. They are, though. And there's some zombies behind me. Yeah, they're all going to go down that way. And I don't really have time for this. I gotta get ready for work. But that's the beauty of this game, is I can stop playing right now. It's just, I don't want to stop playing when I'm surrounded by zombies. The one positive thing I'm trying to take away from this is that none of the zombies from the south are going to be making their way up here, right? All those zombies are just going straight to the alarm, so in theory, I should only have to be dealing with zombies from the north, pushing their way down to me, and there's my alarm. Project Zomboid has also taught me the value of setting alarms in real life, so that I don't play video games all day and feel like a filthy degenerate because I didn't accomplish anything. I can kind of pace myself, you know? And there I go, just kind of letting the alarm go off, and then me just ignoring it. Pretending it didn't even go off at all. But I'm trying to keep my base secure before I go. Alright, see, I knew I heard more banging. Ooh. Probably gonna stop now. See, you say that, Rava, but I knew there was more. A lot more. Okay, I didn't know there would be a lot. Because there's no way my generator is making enough noise to attract all these zombies. Oh! Oh no! Alright, I managed to shove her off just in time. I know! I'll start using guns! Nah, that's the last thing I should be doing. See, here I was thinking like, oh, they're not gonna come up this way. Here they are. She might be from the car ride. He, kind of an androgynous looking fellow. Thank you. Thank you, Rava. I'm just gonna do one more check. Alright. Alright. hop over, and I now am moderately exerted, so I can die happy. All right. Thanks for tuning in, Rava. I appreciate it. And I'm not going to be late for work or anything, because we have a later start time than usual. But thanks for watching.